All right, guys, so we have another bodywork video today. I know it's not my favorite, but we gotta get it done. We got a lot of work ahead of us, but it's all gonna be worth it. Today we gotta finish up a little bit of the metal work, lay the Bondo, do a little bit more rust prevention, and prep the rest of the engine bay, and then we can lay down the primer, lay down the paint, and then we could finally put our drivetrain in here and have one badass car. And then, I promise, we have something pretty badass for Nissan this weekend, and I am so excited for it, but we're gonna keep that a surprise. So the last piece of metal work I wanna do in the front end is actually add a reinforcement bracket. Now, BMW made a bunch of factory reinforcement brackets for this chassis, and this happens to be one of them. So this literally goes in between the strut tower and the coilover and just basically helps disperse some energy around it, because I guess these things are prone to cracking, which is pretty nuts. So instead of actually just using this as a washer, I figured we could just weld it into the chassis, do it once, do it right, and know that it's extra strong. So I'm thinking we take these holes right here that I want to fill anyways that aren't doing anything, and use that to make a plug weld to hold the piece in place, which basically acts just like a spot weld. So this thing is fully coated. Underneath is fully coated, so all we have to do is take off a little bit of metal to initiate the weld. It'll be good to go, add some seam sealer, and we'll never have any issues, ever. Now I have this plate plug welded in. Once I grind this away and make this nice and smooth, it's gonna be as if it just had 3 spot welds, like it would have if it was from the factory. So, not bad. All right, check it out. Both sides done, fully reinforced. Really can't beat that. We were able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by filling in these 2 ugly holes and reinforcing the chassis with not much extra work. Now these plates are like 12 bucks a piece, so totally worth it if you have the time and you're already going through this. Now the last thing we have to do is actually seam sealer this layer right here so moisture can't get in there. On the top, and then on the bottom we'll have to seam seal this gap right here, but this literally takes 2 seconds and it's nice and easy. So, not bad. Yeah, what do you think? Not bad, eh? Get better at this.
Looks clean.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Definitely probably should have did that yesterday, but hey, no time like the present. I like it. It's cool that you have these. Where'd you get these?
A subscriber sent them to me like a year and a half ago.
Heck yeah, we got the best subscribers,
right?
Dude. How did he know?
He knew.
How did he know we were gonna do this?
He knew.
Saved you 25 bucks.
So what's next? Huh?
Next is cleaning. And then sanding. Let's start with a nice clean slate. That way we don't get ahead of ourselves.
There's so much road grime still in this engine bay. It's so nasty. Is that super? I mean, you only work on cars that are like 2012 and up. So.
That's true. Everything I work on is new.
Northeast, no one keeps cars for more than 15 years.
Well, they don't last.
I mean, this is what happens when they last. You get road grime like this. So let's get all this stuff off real quick. All right, I shut the camera off after like 20 minutes. We've been at this for like 2 hours. I cannot even begin to tell you how much grime there is on this chassis and how hard it was to get off.
This was a lot.
My hands are stinging so bad.
It made a big difference though, right?
Oh yeah, check it out. I should probably show you guys. Yeah, check it out. Look how nice it is now.
The firewall was pretty trash. The bottoms of the rails, those were really bad. But I think we got most of it.
Starting to actually feel like a decent car now.
So now the next step is clean it again. This time we're gonna use some glass cleaner.
Glass cleaner with a Scotch-Brite? It's a cheat code.
Plus we get half of our prep work out of the way. Or at least like the really terrible areas to get, the corners and all the difficult places where like a DA can't get, you get in this step.
What up, B?
What up?
Yo, this sucks.
Yeah.
All scotch brighted. You can tell the paint's all dull now, which is dope. It is crazy to see it like this because it doesn't look so shitty anymore.
It was pretty nasty when we started today. And yeah, we have a ton of other stuff to sand. Anything that we grinded down, we got to feather that out. And anything where we're going to be putting some body filler.
Oh, so we just do all the sanding at once there.
We're going to just do all the sanding at once.
Good idea.
Let's bang it out.
So we're using 180 like Bryce said. What we're going to do is we're going to take all these metal spots and kind of feather into our existing paint because we're going to be painting over this. So we kind of have to blend it together. Well, it's been about 15 time lapses later. A bunch of just finger.
Don't say it!
Just in this engine bay. So it's all sanded with 180. All the areas we're about to Bondo is prepped with. What'd you prep it with?
I hit all the areas of repair, Bondo, whatever you want to call it, with 80.
80. There we go. Give a nice gritty surface for our Bondo to stick to.
Yeah.
Look at this stuff you told me to order.
Listen, it's not Bondo, okay? Although I've said it like 16 times in the last 2 days.
Body filler.
Body filler.
Yeah, Bondo
right?
sounds bad.
Bondo's
Body filler sounds
Bondo's
good.
a brand.
Bondo Brian?
It's not a brand that any professional body man uses in any time in the last several decades. But either way, this is also some cheap body filler. This is like an Amazon.
You told me to buy it.
$22 special. Well, like expensive Bondo is like $40. So.
Why do we buy the nice stuff then? We're doing all this freaking work.
Cause you don't need it. It's fine.
You heard it here first, guys.
All right.
Let me change the battery. You start mixing, all right?
Well, it goes quick. Change the battery and then I'll. All right. I don't know how much I'm gonna start with. Let's start with this much.
Any less than that.
There's a lot of little spots. I don't want to have to reapply.
Oh, you're probably wondering why are we using body filler? There's no major dents or whatever. So basically all the metal we repaired, welded through everything. It leaves some small imperfections. It's hard to not end up with some. So basically we're gonna take that and fill little pieces like you see the pinholes right there? Something like that. Little imperfections, like you can see these little divots right here. And then some small pinholes in the rail and stuff like that. It's just gonna, once it's all sanded, there's gonna be very, very little body filler on this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
See Bondo Brian in action.
Oh gosh, don't say that. There we go, I did it. I can go home now. I'm not gonna lie, these gloves are just a tiny bit too big for my hands.
Look how ridiculous it is. The body filler has officially been laid. Hopefully we don't have to do a second pass because B did it very efficiently. Nice work, guy.
Yeah, it looks like I gotta do a spot there. There was a bracket there.
Yep, that was my fault. So now we have this rust that we were talking about earlier. I feel like everyone always asks what rust neutralizer I use. This is Brian's go-to.
All right, another thing, anytime you ever use any type of rust neutralizer, pour it into a second cup and never let the brush go back into here or else your entire bottle will be ruined. And this is probably 3 times as much as we need. So.
All you gotta do is brush it on.
Oh, see, I'm already going crazy.
Yeah, dude, you're going nuts.
God, it's probably not good for your skin.
You want to tell?
Now, okay, right. So obviously you also want to grind it down, wire wheel it, as far as you possibly can to try to get as much as the rust to go away as possible. You really don't want to be seeing orange when you're applying it. And like Jimmy said, we did this already, what, a year ago? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't coming through the last paint shop, but peace of mind.
Man, this stuff stinks.
Yeah, it smells weird, huh? It smells like vinegary, kind of.
Vinegary ass.
Yeah, smell it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And that's it. Now we gotta wait 24 hours. We'll Bondo over all this pitting. We'll do a shit ton more sanding.
You think there's like female YouTube channels out there? They're like, oh man, this makeup smells so weird. Here, smell it. Meanwhile, we're just, dudes being guys.
Even though at this point it's probably just a 10-minute video, we've been working on this all day for many, many, many hours. This stuff, to do it right, takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. We could have easily spray paint this car, and on camera, it'll probably look pretty damn good.
Still, the crazy thing is like we did this way faster than most people would. Even in like a regular shop.
Brian's just trying to make me feel better, but it's almost time to bring it up to your shop.
Very soon.
So cool. Yeah, and like I said, guys, once this thing's painted, it's engine going right in, and we should be pretty close to a startup after that. So,
show them the dent. Or not? That's not a dent. Let's not call it. It's not a dent.
It's not a dent.
A dent is an accident. This is a clearancing.
So we marked the strut tower for the downpipe before I pulled the engine to where we want to persuade it to give us a little bit more room, and it actually came out really nice. You would never guess that it wasn't OEM just because there's a bunch of other dents in the tower. But it worked out really well because, here, I'll trade you. If you take our downpipe, you can see it sits just like this. Those two little dents just give us that little peace of mind, Makes me feel a little better about it. It wasn't touching, but things move, so.
Yeah, plus it gave just that touch of space.
Can we just take a second to appreciate Morfab's work one more time?
I know. It's like a freaking snake.
I hate that it's just been sitting in the corner of the shop, but once it's painted, yeah. All right, the car already feels 1,000 times nicer to me just getting to this point. It's stripped apart, but whatever. Really proud of us. Looks great. We're doing awesome, but we're gonna end it here. Stay tuned because next video we have a really big surprise from Nasanda, and it's gonna be gangster. So you guys know the deal.
What's
You know the fucking surprise. You know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you guys next video.
I'm cold-hearted and broke, I cold-started and choke. I grow part with my soul, the vote harder to grow. I know why, hey, I know why, hey, yeah. I'm cold-hearted and broke, I cold-started and choke. I grow part with my soul, the vote harder to grow. I know why.